The line, we are going to play all 3 maps, but Killson could start off with a bang here, a quick 2-0 to put the series in his pocket. Sparty trying to retort after that Veil display here, as we are live on map number 2, starting off on Killson with the Anarchy.
Anarchy delaying the heavy pickup as well, already putting a healthy split onto the 2 major items. So Killson actually looking to stamp his authority so far. I think Spotty did hear that, he was in the vicinity, so he knows what's up, but it means the contest for the Mega is now on. A big initial rail will actually set the status for who's going to win this item. And Spotty is actually out of position a little bit for it. They're going to meet over here by the walkway. Spotty was flipping to rockets early and connecting with the rail. But Killson getting the item, popping the inject, and making his way very quickly around the back channels to try and hit a rail over. Decides not to and instead retreat. So great damage for Sparty, and they do trade on the items once again.
Yeah, that could have gone very, very poorly for Sparty there, as he was slightly out of position, but as you mentioned, great damage to ensure that he at least gets back on the heavy. Killson having to pop the inject as well as picking up the Mega. Good rail there. A little bit of LG follow-up, and now Sparty caught in a bad position. A little bit of tri-bolt. Good rail. Wow. Sparty, can he get the follow-up? 81 HP. Killson's railable, but it's out of there and pops the inject immediately.
So better start from Sparty, who stabilized, who got himself another heavy. He himself is delaying it once again. Killson did hear that as he was just near the wall in time. Piercing sight is up, so expect that to be used for the next item as Sparty's down below. Might be willing to pop it just now. He knows exactly where Killson is, so now he doesn't need to. Try to bolt up. Good damage so far, but the response from Killson is also just as good as a rail on the exit. Now we have 10 seconds to set up for the next item. Killson popping the inject. Piercing sight is there as well. Sparty decides to use the tri-bolt this time. They have a lightning gun engagement from mid-range, but Killson getting the better of it so far. Drops early and is in position for the heavy. He takes a rocket, but it is before the item pickup, so doesn't really do anything.
A good tri-bolt from the top there. Killson needs to be careful. He's flying through. He is a little bit early on the Mega with good position, but Sparty has to restack in the rail and get what he can. So it's a free Mega for Killson. And 2 minutes in, 0-0. No kill quite yet, but the tri-bolt is getting a lot of work from both players here. LG on LG as Sparty might go down. A little bit of an inject from Killson, and he wants this frag. Good rocket, but the shotgun will plant him.
But what we have seen is a much more tempered start from both players and respecting each other's rail. More strategical. Sparty taking the engagement with the lightning gun early, but once again, Killson connected with the clutch rail. Sparty's going to drop, but he's a little bit early, and he is just 0.1 of a second too soon for that Mega. And now, Killson's on the up and up. Trading 2 rails to 1 though, so Sparty can this time back onto a heavy, gets himself back onto the map.
12 seconds till the vision, and that rocket's gonna actually space him out. Sparty misses out on the heavy. That should have been his. Killson, this could be his frag. Good defensive rail. Sparty trying to get away, still railable. Now he can at least tank 1 down, but he's missing with the rails as Killson just relentless with the push. There's the Mega pickup as well. Can Sparty do it? And he does! Killson, the plus forward doesn't work. Sparty puts him down and puts himself on the map.
A little bit fortunate, definitely the right choice by Killson. This time not connecting anywhere near as much as he wanted to with the lightning gun. Sparty just on time for the Mega. Now going to be winning himself a heavy, but there's Killson with another disgusting rail on the drive-by. Mitigating that pickup to a large extent. Trying to cut off the angle by the rail, this time not connecting, going to drop onto it. Engaged once again, but Sparty needs to get the hell out of dodge.
Yes, as he grabs 225s, has the ability to, only grabs 1, and he wants to get the hell out of there. Good nail damage. He had the read through the telly here, and he's just going to wait on this light and stay away, as he can also hear the heavy from here, so that should give him timing. And vision's back up, which is more important here, is again spamming a little bit of rails.
Nice.
What a rail there after the nail spam.
Oh no. And the worrying thing for me, 40, is it feels momentum is much more on Killson's corner. He's getting a couple of consecutive item pickups now, then piercing sight somewhat wasted. And he's getting the slight edge on a lot of these trades, so it does feel, once again, a matter of time before Killson converts. Begins to steamroll.
Yeah, even when he pops the vision, he hits a rail, but it's before a major item that he gives up, so it's like, what's the point?
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. It's not getting the most use out of it, as you mentioned. And Killson's only up by 1 though, as we're hitting the halfway point. Vision is back in Sparty's hand. But he's mistimed. He's not positioned at all for the Mega, so that's going to be a free Mega for Killson. Sparty trying to lay a trap.
A big split between the major items now as well, which means Killson, if he makes no mistakes and just keeps trading, can manage the control of this map and manage the game out. Found spotted Sparty out. He knows he needs to find his opponent, done just that. Gets out again for free, will make his way over to this Mega and actually be pushing out. He doesn't need it desperately. He's got the inject, so can go aggressive, but just playing that center map so slow. And because he's doing it, not making any noise, Sparty just can't get an item.
Ripping off the lights. He's doing a good job of getting the vials to get Vision back, but again, he's not really using the Vision in any kind of way to get it back in the map, and Killson's just going to fly through with the LG, and now the rockets. Sparty in a bad way. Does dodge the rail. And living for another day, but giving up the entire map to Killson and being forced to just live off scraps, if that, Dan.
Because Killson's being methodical in the way in which he's approaching these engagements and not giving up too much damage, you can see how scared Sparty is just to even make a move onto center map. Big rocket to rail combo though, this changes the dynamic. Second one doesn't connect, but he's now done enough to get up over towards the heavy. Killson though, with the inject, still wants to go aggressive. You know Sparty hasn't got a lot to work with. He's going to try and make a move. He doesn't hit the crucial rail this time though when Killson picks up the heavy. Tries to get out, takes one, and hits a second.
And after all that work, still look at the stack. Sparty doesn't really have a choice. He might fight for this, but it might cost him his life here as he gets good damage and he just stays alive using that Vision. But that was the fight that he wanted. He popped the Vision, big rocket to rail, but he couldn't really get more out of it. Killson just hitting so much harder.
Yeah, Killson fell back onto a light, popped the inject, and it was almost like nothing had happened. And as you say, all that work with a perfect setup, and he still couldn't convert. He did miss a huge rail in that fight when Killson was dropping down towards the heavy, and that perhaps cost him the frag. And now he's in a little bit of trouble. He knows he's being stalked by the cheetah, but does get out undamaged.
Again, Sparty's just going to play slow, try and minimize damage and wait for the Vision and set another trap. He does have 3 minutes, only down 1, but taking rails like that, keeping him weak is going to make it infinitely harder. So now he pops the Vision and doesn't even really have the choice for a trap. He just wanted to make sure he wasn't going to die again.
Well, this is the name of the game for Sparty at this point now, is stay in it. He knows he's on the ropes. He is struggling. He's taking blow after blow after blow. And yes, he's the one on the defense and without the lead, but all he needs is a single frag in the next 2.5 minutes to take us to overtime.
We'll have Vision. We have the damage, Dan, as there's one rocket. There's a rocket jump. Killson wants to take the fight to him, but he's going to take a little bit LG, but that rocket on the way down actually makes it worth it.
A little bit fortunate, but Killson there looked like he had messed up drastically. And on the flip side, Killson's at the point now where he's almost questioning how aggressive should he go. He knows how much he's got, but also one mistake with an Anarchy could mean death. And so he should actually take his foot off the pedal just a little bit as well, which gives Sparty more breathing room. Now this has been a big engagement. The first time he's got the upper hand without a trade, and he's in position a little bit early. Doesn't know the exact timing. Killson wants to push on through, but the spam is managing his entrance. Big rocket to Sparty. This was the challenge. Inject comes out, he's weak. Good trade once again from Killson. Another clutch rail, but this time Sparty is feeling confident and push the Mega.
And this is just incredible play by Sparty to stay alive, be as patient as he can, make this opening, but unfortunately the Mega's clean. Oh, and he's missing out on the rails.
All right, the next heavy, and he has to go. Big rocket from Killson. Sparty's not connecting anywhere near as much as he needs to. The piercing sight is there, but he decides, all right, Mega is the last chance saloon as Killson gets a free item. He knows how important this Mega is. That's why he's making himself heard. Great rail from Sparty. Killson though is weak. He gets bounced. He gets hit again. Inject comes out. Sparty's connecting. No, he swaps. Somehow he trades.
That is so unfortunate. Can he at least snag this? Maybe into the gauntlet. He has 40 seconds, so the fact that he got the Mega could be huge, but Killson somehow pulling out that trade, staying in the lead by 1. Absolutely clutch. Sparty has to make something happen, and now the rail damage coming out. There's the heavy steel, but at what cost? There's the rocket jump up. LG Killson not expecting it. A little bit of a tickle, but he's still going to be okay. Sparty has 25 seconds to tie this up, Dan.
Still Still plenty of time. They're both weak. One rare will make Killson within a critical area, and he's above the Mega. But this time, he just got to get out. And now, how do you catch an Anarchy on the run? Killson misses the rocket, though he's actually trapped here. Does manage to drop down, clip Spart1e on the way out. Spart1e not hitting with the rail. The jet comes out. Killson's just going to hold his ground. He knows he's got the upper hand here. Is Spart1e will go down on map 2. Somewhat, unfortunately, 40.
Wow, that one was a heartbreaker. That fight near the light, he just swapped a shotgun, and it just didn't do the damage you wanted on the first blast, and Killson makes it work, gets the trade, and you could kind of feel Spart1e's heart sink. It wasn't necessarily game over, but it became 10 times harder even after he spawned and grabbed the Mega. You know, 25 seconds, you got to chase an Anarchy on Molten. That fight was just, oh, you want to cry almost, Dan. Spart1e was so close on Molten Falls.
I mean, couldn't put it any better. You described it perfectly. That is the definition of feels bad, man, because it wasn't just his heart that sank, it was mine, and I think half of Twitch chat, as you felt, you know, that 10 minutes of work, which is essentially what it was on the back foot from the off. Down here. Was he out of ammo? I can't actually see, but the swap, just the execution was poor, and there's no other way to put it.
Look at that maniacal laughing from Killson. This is evil laughter as he takes the map 4-2, 2-0 up and takes the series. But I'm very impressed with Spart1e's play, the ability to fall back into a super defensive style, take his time, play around the vision for the perfect trap. But it's just so close, but no cigar, Dan.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. All that work. No items on map, had to play slow, had to play strategic. It's hard to play like that, particularly against Killson, who was hitting some decent shots on to get him on the ropes and set up the perfect trap, and just to not pull it off is really bad. But once again, we said Glimmer of Life played a lot better than some people would have expected, and at 90% to 10. So gives me, again, even more confidence going into Ruins. Death Knight versus Ranger, even stacks, even movement, more utility on the Ranger, but if he can get those burst damage going off and create some bit of chaos over on the items, he's in with a shout.
Yeah, completely agree. If he can set the same style of traps, I mean, the Flame Strike is going to work a lot better than the Vision, so for him, max damage up close. And again, we are going to play all 3 maps because we're back in the regular season, Chad. So every map counts for money. Got to put that money in your pocket, stack paper, and get that placement as we're going to slowly work our way back to the finals again, about 13 weeks out. So Killson playing better and better, heating up. Maybe third map is going to be his, as you said, or Spart1e, excuse me, as you said. Yeah.
I'm still going to give it slight to Killson. I think the Ranger offers more utility on Ruins.
After all that, Dan? After all that? Let's see what Chad has to say
After
about
all
it.
that. I'm pretty sure they agree with me.
Yeah, of course. As always, predictions are coming in 74% for Killson. Just no respect. Even after that display, no respect for Spart1e. It hurts. It hurts me. I don't know. We'll see.
Spart1e fanboy or what?
Just, you know, a little more even. These are the top players in the world, Dan. I don't know.
You just root for the underdog, is that it?
It's just always predict the under. That's where the channel points are. But we'll see. I mean, after that display, you said it yourself. Spart1e, he could play a very measured game if he wanted. I don't know if he'll do that on this one. He might go ham with the Flame Strike and Death Knight.
I don't. Is that the way you play Death Knight? I mean, are you going to go that Mimi build where you just stand on corners of Flame Strike and go, surprise!
If it works, I mean, we'll see. We'll see exactly what Spart1e's going to bring to the party, or if Killson's just going to shut this down 3-0, as we're live on map number 3 between Killson and Spart1e. Killson immediately onto the rail and LG with that Ranger.
Yeah, and then the other factor that comes into the equation is the mental drain that goes into playing a map like that, and whether you can do it all over again, we'll have to see. But let's just hope for a close one. The Flame Strike comes out, doesn't connect this time, nor do the rails, as Killson gets the upper hand for now. And a big split on the items again. Mega is up first, but Killson's very much in position. They did trade the second round, and a big rocket from Spart1e. The orb comes out, but that's not what you want to do, is the timing isn't there. But damage from underneath, as Spart1e gets caught a little bit off guard.
What a play from Killson. LG on LG, Spart1e barely alive, limping away.
What? What was that? Did Spart1e slash killed? Is that possible?
It's new technology, Dan. I don't know what happened. Anything can happen here on Quake Sundays as the rockets are around the corner, and again, Spart1e's so close to a frag, but he can't do it.
I'm genuinely bamboozled.
It still hurts. I don't understand. Killson picks up the Mega, goes up 3-0 early, minute 16 in. Maybe they introduced fall damage.
I'm still trying to work it out in my head, but yeah, I'm going to leave it for now and get back into the moment.
Killson with great control, great rail as well, but he is out of position for this Mega. This should be easy for Spart1e, as he does dodge that final rail. So Killson can concede the Mega, but I don't think he cares as he just rails it right off of him. Wow. Spart1e with the Flame Strike pushing in, wants this heavy, but he's going to get a rail instead, and Spart1e goes down again 4-0, Dan.
Oh no, is he going to get another kill? He is! Oh no, and now the map is at a scoreline where you kind of have to keep your foot on to get this frag. He's done so much, but he's going to go down again! Oh, I feel bad.
This is just... oh no. Spart1e, no. Not like this.
Oh no, it was also good, now also bad.
Just 7 points of damage away from getting a frag, maybe stabilizing, and Killson just keeps hitting everything. No signs of stopping. 6-0, 235 into the third map, already up 2 maps, and looking very much so like a clean sweep. As he waits, he's going to add a split to the items here, ever so slightly. Killson just firmly in control, Dan.
Yeah, Killson without the stack right there. Knows that Killson's got, Sparty's got a bit of momentum. Wants to keep the items pretty much on the same timing, so he always has one to play off. Really smart when he's not the one in control. Hitting that rail as well means he's now in position for this Mega. Sparty has to go aggressive here, but not doing quite enough damage. The rail is good. The Mega's just not there, and this time timing is bad for Killson. He has to go, got the spawn on the heavy. Sparty's coming whirlwinding in, and this time gets a frag. 6-2.
Says enough is enough. He is popping off right now. That missed time from Killson, he heard it down below as he was grabbing the heavy, so very interesting that he was a little bit too early, and that opens the game up for Spart1e now. Down 4, plenty of time. Trying to find Killson and keep this damage up. No Flame Strike quite yet, though, as it hasn't really been a factor in this game, Dan.
No, as we said in the intro, Spart1e, it is a little bit more difficult to use it on a map like Ruins. Killson's done a decent job of not getting in vicinity to do it, trying to work his way onto the heavy, but now momentum in Spart1e's corner. The only plus side to being down 6 so early is that it is early, and Spart1e's doing a good job to claw his way back in. Killson trying to delay some time, he knows how weak he is. He just wants to hit one rail at least before dying. Spart1e though realizes he's actually railable himself and has to get out. Killson's done the job here.
Oh, he rails again, but Spart1e,
no,
he can take it and grabs the Mega, so...
just hit
calculated risk
rails with 10 HP. Is he going to steal away the heavy as well? Wow, what play from Killson. If he gets out of here, he should
what
get
a dance.
Burglary.
You see that backwards, Dan? The man just moonwalked his way out of there with a heavy armor. Daylight robbery, Dan. 6-2, and it's going to equalize again towards Killson as he has the advantage. So Spart1e's got to be like, how did that just happen? Getting closer and closer to the 5-minute mark.
See, he's got still Spart1e going down the back channels and will be able to hit an easy rail as he drops down. Spart1e still going aggressive. He doesn't hit the second. Spart1e traded with 2. Now, can he catch him? Rocket jump up. Killson on the way out. Another rail. Don't let it happen again, Spart1e, please.
This is just insane defensive rails from Killson. He's hanging by a thread for so long. Surely this is going to be it, Dan. There's the Flame Strike, but that'll miss. So will the rail finally. The rocket plants him, and Sparty's got a just deep sigh of relief after that.
He is, but he's playing the items. He's getting back into the game, and this time it was a relatively clean conversion. Killson down below, getting the rocket pain. He's going to stick around though, because he knows he's still got position. Spart1e not connecting anywhere near enough. He's out of rockets as well. Killson trying to go on through. Spart1e steals the heavy, so a death, but it was a good pickup.
Yeah, I think near the end there he knew that the chances of him dying were huge, so he just made a play. Dash for the heavy. Wise move, and he can get back to the Mega, but big rocket damage when he gets pushed off, and no! Killson takes it! Spart1e! Oh, I think he was getting knocked off, so he just went for the damage, but Mega was just waiting. And the Flame Strike from down below! What a play from Spart1e.
He's definitely in this game, 40, but once again, time is not his friend. 4 minutes to go is quite a long time, and now Killson's at a point where he will probably take his foot off the gas a little bit. He's got no items, probably no timing. Has got a rocket as well, so he's in a little bit of trouble. He just needs to connect. Sparty's the opening rail. Can't hit the second, swaps out. Killson's done a lot of damage once again. Sparty suicides in the rage of that play. No, the Mega's up. All right.
Sparty doesn't mind. He doesn't want that free rocket. There it is in the nick of time before it disappears. So now he has all the weapons he needs. Almost caught out Killson as well. Now he's very weak, 65 HP. He's going to double back for the heavy. Taking his time. I think he heard the Mega, so there might be a split here, depending on how long he wants to wait, but very risky as he is still weak. 4 frags, 3 minutes. Can Spart1e do it? Killson doing some great defensive rails there. Spart1e and Killson. Defensive rail, a plus back rail. 51%, and half of those are just fadeaways, Dan. Exactly. At least.
The defensive rails have been impeccable by Killson. Once again, he's got 1,000 more damage. Spart1e, he's let the rage get to him. 40.
Oh, Killson, like, oh, it's... I think we're witnessing Killson break someone's just will to play the game at this point. Up 2 maps, hitting all these defensive rails, shutting you out from any kind of aggression to finish a frag, and your heart goes out to Spart1e, right? Like, this could happen to any one of us. Oh my goodness.
I think his soul died when those 2 frags at 10 HP happened. He just gave up the will to live in this map right now.
He doesn't want to be here anymore. 11-3 this is Killson's world right now, and again another one as nothing Spart1e can throw at Killson will work. Another rail off the spawn, another one. DJ Khaled just lighting them up right now. 13-3. These are all free. Flame Strike won't do anything as Killson dances and dodges. Maybe Spart1e does put another one on the board.
R.I.P. Sparty's mouse.
Oh, 60% rail from Killson, 44 for Spart1e. And this is the Killson that we thought we were going to see in the Stage 2 finals. We didn't really get to see him, but he's here now. Again, that performance, not his favorite. And you could tell that he's using that as fuel. Moving forward, what? Oh my, it's just insta-gib, Dan. It's just insta-gib right now.
We've seen all sides of Killson in this series. We saw the super aggressive Sorlag, we saw the more methodical play on Anarchy where he had full control but didn't force the issue. And then we've seen the ultra defensive, as you said, fadeaway rails on this map, forced into it, all things considered,
he
by
has a
Sparty's
family.
Good play. Oh my word.
Oh my god, it's not stopping. Dan, he's not stopping.
3.5k damage rail. No, not the air rocket.
I fear for anyone's life that has to face Killson. So everyone in the league is on notice right now. Be very scared of Killson.
Woof. I said we're going to see fireworks. 40.
What a way to start the day.
Gigas. For anyone that just tuned in, I apologize. This is not safe for work content.
This is graphic, as Killson puts the stamp on it in tremendous fashion, taking the series 3-0, and that last map was a blowout. It was painful.
Yeah, it kind of spiraled way out of control very early on with the hyper-aggression from Spart1e. He thought he could convert, and it just didn't happen. At that point, he was like, well, what do I do? I'm down 6. If I don't stop, I'm kind of doomed, so I kind of have to keep going. He got back into the game, but then there was just the super frustrating defensive rails by Killson that just put him on edge, really. Spart1e on edge, that is. And then we saw what happened towards the end.
Yeah, and just I think that was the perfect reaction from Spart1e. What do I do? What more can I do? As he was trying everything and getting so close, but even the pushes, no matter how well he was hitting, Killson just had the answer. Had 10 HP left after the encounter, and he just made it work. And from there, it was just, as you said, the downward spiral. Killson hitting everything, all the defensive rails. There's just nothing Spart1e could do.
Bosch disappeared. No, there was nothing he could do. And you see the amount of frags Spart1e got with Killson on 5, 10, 15 HP in the early game. None of them went his way. It just wasn't his day. But all credit to map 2. Definitely could have brought that one out the bag. And it could have been a 2-1 on another day. But the execution of one frag wasn't there. And as I said, in the kind of the outward bound of that map, saw all sides of Killson. So much better form than we saw in the finals. And as you said, watch out European side. Killson is looking good.
Yeah, absolute killer there, as you see the scoreline for the last one. Just, what else can you say? The first two maps a little bit closer. Molten Falls the closest. Sparty played as perfect of a game, maybe, as you could in the situation he was in. Couldn't convert, and that became the story of Ruins as well. He just couldn't convert, left Killson hanging with 510 HP, and it just spirals and becomes a nightmare. As you said, trying to push, trying to refrag, you can't do it. Then you're down, and you're like, I have to keep trying to refrag. And Killson is like, here's my railgun. I'm going to hit pretty much everything. So just absolutely absurd performance from Killson. And if you're Sparty or a Sparty fan, you just have to throw your hands up in the air, which he did, and say, what more can I do? Back to the drawing board for next week.
Yeah, you have to check those plans again. It just feels like the story of Sparty's existence in the QPL. Cannot convert, pretty unlucky. It's just time and time again. So maybe that's something on his side. Maybe that's something in the way he plays. But either way, it's just one of those days for Spart1e once again. Could have got another way particular map 2, but map 3, the rage took over and it was all gone.
Sometimes it consumes all of us, Dan, but we have a lot more Quake action coming up. That was just the first series of the day, so don't go anywhere. We will be right back with Effortless versus Sib.